So Sonic Prime is finally released, and it is really good in my opinion. Like, one of the best Sonic shows ever in my opinion. But yeah, we'll get to that later, but yeah, I just want to give my thoughts on the show, what I liked, what I didn't, because I think this season really improved a lot from the first one, so let's just jump into it. So first off, I want to talk about the animation, which, as always, is incredible. The fight scenes, cinematography, the squash and stretch, all of that is pushed to the extreme, and it just looks really good. Like, the action scenes are fun to watch, which is probably one of the best things a Sonic show can do, so I'm really glad they did that. And then, here, that's pretty much all I have to say about the animation and action stuff, because it's just good. Like, there's a lot of fight variety, there's a lot of cool shots, a lot of, field of view changes, stuff that just makes it always entertaining. And, yeah, I think that's the best thing that a Sonic show could do. So here, let's move on to, the actual characters now. So first off, we have Sonic, of course, who's still this immature child, and it's kind of annoying, but he does improve throughout the season, and I like that. I think, by the end of the show, Prime Sonic is going to be completely different from how he started. So yeah, I'm looking forward to see how they improve his character even more in Season 3. But then we have Shadow, who might be my favorite character in the season, voice acting wise and writing wise, because he is straight up amazing. Number one, he isn't he's just some mature guy who works well with Sonic or whatever. I don't know. It just fits. It just fits Shadow, and his voice actor is also really, really good at his job. He nails Shadow. He's one of the best Sonic Shadow voice actors ever, in my opinion. So yeah, and then we have Nine, who's pretty much the same since Season 1. But then we have my least favorite characters in the show, the Egg Council. So I think my least favorite part about the season as a whole is the Egg Council, because they're in it a lot. A lot. I actually hate seeing them on screen, because they're just kind of bland. I mean, they're like the Deadly Six, just Eggman. You can tell immediately who they are by looking at their design. You got Baby, you got Old Man, you got video game addicted teenager, so basically me. But yeah. And then you have the characters from the other Shatter Spaces, which are the same as they were in Season 1, but the Pirate Knuckles from, the Pirate Shatter Space, is a very weird character, because he, for some reason he betrays Sonic and his crew, and I don't know, I didn't like that twist. It kind of annoyed me. Maybe it's because, he's a pirate and stuff, and, pirates do stuff like that, but I don't know. It just didn't seem right. I just didn't like it that much. But then, we have one of the best characters in this season, which is Chaos Sonic, who's basically Metal Sonic, but can talk, and yeah, he talks a lot, and he has a worse design, but still. So yeah, he's pretty funny, because he's Prime Sonic if he was just an insult machine. Because literally every moment he's on screen, he's insulting Sonic or just copying him or something. It's just it's kind of funny. And his voice is also really good too. Kind of sounds a bit I don't know. It gave me some Jaleel White vibes, but not really. But yeah, it was still really, really good. And yeah, because he's a pretty funny character. Though he is only in one episode, which I think was pretty good, because if he was in more than one, he could get redundant with all his quips and stuff. So I'm glad they kept that to one episode. But yeah, that's it for the characters. But now we have what I really want to talk about, which is the story. The premise, all that, is really, really good. So basically, it's all about Sonic and Shadow. They have to team up to get all the shards and put them back together to reform the Paradox Prism. So Sonic is going through all the Shadowverses, and Shadow is the guy in between. He's helping everyone through and stuff. And I think that's really cool. So then, yeah, we have Sonic, then we have the Egg Council, and they're traveling between Shadowverses as well to try to get all the shards too. So it's this race between each of them, back and forth. Sometimes they get them all, sometimes they don't and stuff. And it's cool. And then, I think my favorite part, though, is that you get to see the interactions between the same characters from the different Shatter Spaces. Like, you get to see Rusty Rose and Black Rose work together in the pirate world and stuff, and you get to see some chemistry between them, and that's cool. Same with, like, you know, Tails, or Nine and Mangy see each other in, like, the Boss Cage Maze, and that's also cool. Like, these character interactions are just really good, and yeah, I like that. Like, they did a really good job with the character interactions. But then we have the finale, which is incredible. I think, like, this finale is so good. Because first off, we get a new Sonic form. But here, I'll get into that soon, but let's talk about the premise of the ending, I guess, first. So they go to this one Shatter Space called, like, Ghost Hill or whatever, and it has, like, this blueprint of how to put the shards back together. So Nine is working on putting the shards back together, but then the Egg Council, like, comes in and stuff, and Sonic and Shadow have to fight them off while Nine puts it back. So then, like, yeah, they're fighting and stuff, and they can't beat anyone, or they can't beat him. So then Sonic gets, like, powered up with the Prism energy, and he basically becomes Vaporwave. He becomes, like, Vaporwave Sonic or something. I don't know. That's my first thought when I saw it, but yeah, it's cool. It's really cool, because, like, he's running around trashing all these guys, and then the Egg Council make this, like, big prism, like, Eggman Titan thing, and it's so cool, because, like, man, it just looks so cool. And then Sonic can't even stop it with the Vaporwave powers, so then Tails, or Nine, powers him up with even more Prism energy, and then he becomes, like, he gets, like, purple, like, fire hair-ish stuff. I don't know, it just, his eyes turn pink, and it's just cool. It looks so freaking cool. And he absolutely decimates the Eggman, like, Prism thing, and it's, man, it was such a cool ending. Like, I really, really loved the ending. But then, after he does that, then Tails, or, man, I keep getting his name mixed up, Nine, takes all the shards and leaves because he didn't want to bring back Sonic's world, he wanted to make a new one. And I think that was a twist I kind of saw coming, but yeah, I really liked it, because, like, what happens if Nine would put all the shards back together? Would he go back to being Tails? Would all the characters go back to being their normal selves? Like, would, like, Nine and the others basically die? Because I think it brings up some interesting questions about, like, the whole Shatter Space thing or whatever. But yeah, so Nine takes the shards and then he leaves, and that ends the season. So yeah, my overall thoughts, this show is great. Like, absolute, like, this is a, I don't know, 8.7 out of 10. It's not, like, it's so good. It's just so good. And I can't wait to see Season 3 and see where it picks off. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave your thoughts about Sonic Prime Season 2 in the comments below. And hey, if you're new here, consider liking, subscribing, all that stuff. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. See you guys. Goodbye.